The class that I'm trying out is, I think I'm a noble human. Yeah, but I am a noble human that I'm gonna be playing today.
Sure. How do you feel about playing a barbarian?
Oh, okay. How I feel about playing a barbarian is, I feel like it's me too, because I don't usually think at all. I don't usually think, and it's just me, like, flailing my weapon, and I think that's, like, I think on character and on brand of me to do so. I think, it's not too difficult. It's very simple. You just have to have, like, the right amount of strength and stuff like that. I am Prince God King. Tall, handsome, and probably the same height. Charming too, and but his expensive clothes are always ragged and dirty from his very adventurous nature. He does have scars on his hands from playing in the foliage when he was still a kid. Now that he's an adult, he has more choices in life, and he chose to be who he is right now, a very selfish, indulgent, tall, handsome, very raggedy clothed type of boy, but very rich. Yeah, but selfish too. He also wants to study the fighting techniques of Dragonborns because he finds them really, really cool.
Dragonborn who don't technically exist, but that's okay. I'm already working with him to design a backstory for that. So yes, clearly that was meant to be a self-insert. I am guiding him away from that slowly. I just finally got an actual name out of him roughly 6 hours ago while editing. So I will be, wielding Shikamane's hammer to hit him in the face over and over again until I get an actual character out of him. We will get there. I will hammer that iron until it becomes steel. I will find a way. But yes, that's Godwyn, or Prince God King, or Lord God King, depending. The human noble barbarian. He is, fun fact, somehow still tied into the narrative. He is the only one who comes from the far west in the old mercenary company and answered the summons of the letter himself. Everybody else has opted to be a local from the HoloMarches and from a society or community in the HoloMarches. Gerard is the only one who is playing as a foreigner from the old mercenary company. Okay, next character, here we go. He does call himself Prince God King. He is not actually named Prince God King. He just calls himself that.
Honestly, I kept it simple. Sir Gibberton the First.
Oh, sorry, Sir Gibberton.
He has these really big, I would say, broad shoulders and a muscular build. His hair is dark brown. It's really rich, creamy. He's got a cropped short. It's really nice and styled neatly. Really lovely. His eyes are a piercing golden glow, full of warmth and wisdom, complemented by his clean-shaven, square jaw, definitely. His skin has a slight tan from long hours under the sun, and he has an attitude of kindness and understanding. I feel like his goal right now is to support his, his co-mates. He exudes a really nice, calming presence, making those around him feel at ease. He's patient, compassionate, and willing to listen without judgment. Overall, I would say that maybe he's a bit boastful. Maybe he gets too much over his head, being a big guy after all. I mean, despite his tough exterior, I think there's a gentle and caring matter to his heart. So I would say his goal currently is maybe just to be there for his friends and have that kind of attitude going forward.
So I'm going to kill him, but we'll talk about that later. I might be hammering the iron of Sir Gibberton as well as we go forward. We'll see. We'll see. That might be changed just a little bit before session 1. We'll see. But, hey, listen. It was hard enough wrangling everybody to sit him down and get a character written. I got to take what I could get for now. We'll get on it. You will notice that Sir Gibberton here, or Lord Gibbington, as I like to call him, has agoraphobia. All dwarves have agoraphobia, other than specifically the swamp dwarves in the southeast. Agoraphobia is simply a species trait, or a debuff, if you want to call it that gives you disadvantage on fear saves when you are outdoors. That is what it does mechanically. Okay, so Sir Gibberton will probably not be how you see him now, and he will probably have an actual name by the time we get to session 1. We will see, but you never know. He might still be a clean-shaven, short-cropped-haired dwarf. You never know. Might be. I don't know yet. We'll find out. If he has a good reason story-wise why that is how he is, probably, but we'll see as we get going. Also, I forgot to mention that the only character who does not speak Theosin is Gerard's. But that's okay. He still speaks Ronish, so we'll see how that goes.
They kind of look like a middle-aged guy with very pale skin and very, very pronounced cheekbones. His face is basically very lipoatrophied. He got that black, long, wavy hair up to around maybe mid-back. And, you know, if he weren't so sickly looking, he'd look very pretty, actually. And his eyes mostly covered by his hair, but you see a very, very dim light coming from his eyes. And when you look at him, he's just very fully clothed, almost no skin being shown, except his neck and his face. And from what little you see of his chest, you see like little keloid scars, just little keloid scars. And yeah, he got that weird, dark, like what the hell is this aura around him. Well, I designed my character to not really have any big, like straightforward goals in the world. I mostly want to be swept up in other people's narratives and the main narrative as well. However, he does have a little thing that he wants to do, whether that is a life-changing, game-changing, story-changing event or something in the future. We'll just have to see. I'm not really sure, but yeah, he just wants to be swept away in adventure.
Very excited for Octavio's character. Octavio put a lot of thought into it. We've been talking a lot behind the scenes about where that fits into the world. Octavio's character actually comes from the desert people of the Thamir Lo, but in a very unique, specific way that I will not spoil. He's got a lot of narrative tie-in to a specific plot line that is different from everybody else's, but still kind of vaguely, still leans into it some. And I'm excited to see where he goes with it. So yeah, I'm very, very, very pleased with the way Octavio's taken it so far. It's going to be very cool.